Welcome to 0 to 60.
I'm Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 60 Football Academy and 60 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling. Welcome to 0 to 60. Happy Monday, everybody out there. It's a loser Monday, but it's still Monday. A loser Monday for everybody but Mount Vista High School. 51-0 Friday night again, 7-0. Ranked number 3 in the state. We should be number 1. We're pretty fucking good, but that's not what we're talking today. We are talking Buffs and Broncos and NFL and college football and so much more. Bailey's on the 1s and 2s, so let's pay some bills and get rolling.
Pay some bills right off the bat. This show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything sports betting. BetOnline is every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. With the largest catalogs of odds from everything to football, MLB, NHL, NBA, and even political props. Head on over there. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today. Get it on America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here. The show is also brought to you by Cherry Bundy, which provides you a natural product with no added sugar using tart cherries, which are the highest antioxidant fruit or vegetable in the world. 66 out of 67 Power 4 conference football teams use them. 10 out of the last 11 Super Bowl champions and every NCAA football and basketball national champion since 2007. Matt, we're here on this Monday. After an unfortunate loss, Colorado, how are we feeling? Let's just start there.
I'm hurt, dog. I'm hurt. Like it. I
feel it.
That one sucks. I mean, look, dog, losing the Nebraska game, that sucked. But we won 3 or 4 in the rivalry. We don't play them again forever. And they kind of just jumped on us, and it was over at halftime. And we made a valiant effort in the second half and played hard, but that just wasn't our day. I walked out of there in the end of the third quarter with my boy, and I was like, look, we just got our ass whipped. We got to learn from this one. Mm-hmm. We didn't play well at all in this game, and we should have won. I'm not real big on I played the tune this morning on JB's show, but we should have fucking won, and that's fact. They played terrible.
Cool.
And everyone got hurt, and they played awful. And they went up 28-24 with 1:50 left or whatever, 2 minutes left. Shedeur played out of his mind, other than we're going to talk about what he didn't do well, but he played out of his mind again. He lost all of his receivers. Travis Hunter didn't play, and they played that poorly all over the field, and they lost by 3 to the number 18 ranked Kansas State Wildcats, who, this is why, folks, I was talking about them in such high regard. Now, some of their media members, I'm not talking about them in high regard. Did you see that show?
Yes, I saw that.
I don't tag my show. I don't know who the fuck that is, but Bailey, you should tag him. Should I be like, I don't run.
I loved your response. I loved your first response. You'll be okay.
So that was pretty funny, but the team and Coach Kleinman and just the history of that place, I knew the dogfight we were in. Yep. I knew it. This is a fucking dogfight, 1-score game. Joel picked it 21-20. Kansas State, I'm pretty sure I picked it 31-27 CU, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. But everybody knew the dogfight we were in.
Yeah.
And you can't blame it on one person. I just want to be real here. It's not one guy's fault. It's everyone's fault. Mm-hmm. It's my fault. It's Bailey's fault. It's y'all's fault. It's Buffalo Country's fault. It's Coach Prime's fault. It's Coach Lodeholt's fault. It's Coach Livingston's fault. It's Shedor's fault. It's Shiloh's fault. It's Bucky's fault. It's everybody's fucking fault.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone stand shoulder to shoulder and take a big bite of this shit sandwich, because it's supposed to fucking hurt when you play that hard and that shitty, but also well at the same time. You overcome that much, and you're down 24-14 with 10 minutes left, and Shedeur pulls a fucking rabbit out of his hat again with negative 29 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. I'm not going to harp on this too much. I mean, I am going to talk about it, but I'm not going to harp on it.
Yeah.
Okay? Negative 29 yards rushing is the worst rushing performance in the history of Colorado football. So any of the prime sexuals or anybody, any coach, any media member, any Colorado fan, any prime sexual, anyone that wants to jump on my ass with bringing this up and saying we need to fix this, even though a lot of it was sacks. We're going to talk about why the rushing number was so bad.
We'll talk about it, yeah.
Sacks. Even with sacks, you should not be at negative 29 yards rushing. That no one's going to just sit there and be like, oh, well, he got sacked 6 times. We also didn't run the ball worth shit, and they pounded us. Yeah. And we still, folks, lost by 3.
Yeah.
And had the lead. And I don't know what the defense was doing on the last series, but that looked like some JV shit. Hodge, like, dog, I don't play DB. I know it's hard, and I know we're in man coverage, but I've seen him make so many plays, and I've seen him give up a ton. Yeah. And they targeted him, and they went after him, and he blew the coverage. He didn't even try and make the tackle. It was very disappointing. Mm-hmm. I don't know why the DB and the safety are running into each other on the flare route to 31. That kid, by the way, what's his name?
Hell of a running back. Third Kansas State's running back. Hold on.
Gideon.
Some off. I can't remember what's on.
Polk is what his name is. That dude is a fucking pro. Yeah. He is a stud, dog. And look, Kansas State up front on O and D is who we want to be. So don't act like it's not true. That is the team that we aspire to be. If we want to be anybody in the Big 12, we want to be Kansas State up front on offense and defense. Super disciplined, tough as fuck, move bodies, rely on the run game to win. Can you imagine if Shedeur had that running game?
Yeah.
He would win a national fucking title.
Yeah.
If Shedeur had that running game with the skill players he has, we would win a fucking national title.
Yeah.
And look, it's not just because we don't have the hogs. We don't have the scheme. We don't run the ball the way Kansas State tries to run the ball.
That's true.
They don't try and run the ball. They line up and say, we're going vertical. We know you're college players.
Yeah.
And we're going to move you. We have the number 1 player in the country at left tackle in Jordan Seaton. Mm-hmm. You can't move. I've seen them move people. The fact that we don't line up and try to do it is why we struggle in situations like this. Like, look, CU did everything humanly possible to win that game for as poorly as they played. And I know Coach Prime would agree with me. And anybody that doesn't, you're blind and you didn't watch. I'm speaking to you like I'm a coach there. I'm speaking to you like a coach because that's what I am. I was at the gym at 5 a.m. this morning coaching. I was at Vista this morning coaching. And now I'm sitting down talking about what I just saw from a coach's perspective. We cannot play like that and win. And I'm telling you, if they would have been on their game, we probably would have beat them by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't stop. Like, name them stopping us. They didn't stop us. We stopped us. Yeah. I don't know what is going on with Shedeur and his lack of confidence with stepping. I know that he's been sacked a lot. Mm-hmm. I know he's been hit a lot. But evading pressure backwards is like the first rule of quarterback play.
Yeah.
Period. And you can even see Coach Prime on the broadcast saying to him, step up into the pocket. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you they're telling him this.
Yeah.
When Shedeur doesn't have to do fucking everything, he can do anything. And right now he has to do everything. You lose 4 receivers and you go for negative 29 yards rushing. You don't support him at all. And he just has to, and he pulled it out of his ass again. He's such a fucking G. I don't even know what to think about it. And I'm super disappointed in how he played overall. The pick was bad, but he threw 3 touchdowns. The sacks were bad, but without him, we get beat 50-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what? I mean, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
if the team can figure out how to support number 2. All right, we're going to talk about Travis in a minute, I'm sure. But when we can figure out how to support number 2, dog, we are going to be so fucking scary. You give us Kansas State's O-line and the way that they block, I don't even need the people. I just need the scheme, the way that they fucking practice running the football, the way that they preach running the fucking football, the way that they do it in practice, the way that they do it with their H-backs and tight ends, the way that they're constantly double teaming and going vertical. Just feeding the back, knowing he's going to break, because that's what college football is, bro. You're not going to get a fucking NFL defense out there stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to, if you are creative in the run game in college, you can create fucking lanes running the football, for God's sakes. You can also stop it.
Yeah.
At times, but eventually you're going to break. I mean, UCF, what, we stopped the run against UCF, right? How many yards rushing did they go for overall? 180?
170, yeah.
70 yards, but that's stopping the run. 170 yards rushing in the NFL, people are like, wow, we fucking suck. In college, you're like, well, that's a pretty good day. They were going for 390 on the other teams. So that's my point. You can find rushing yards and support so your quarterback doesn't have to do everything. And I just imagine what the team could be if he didn't have to do everything. Now, I'm super impressed with the effort. I'm an effort guy, man.
Yeah.
I play the effort. I teach effort. It's the only thing you can really care about. And I'm fucking hurt by this, dude.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Sucks. And anybody that wants to come at me negatively, man, fuck you, homie.
I don't get the negativity.
No, just hold on. I bleed black and gold. All right. And that's a rival to me. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about, but I played them 5 times in college for a division. Every year, if you didn't beat them, you didn't win. You didn't go to a bowl game. But if you beat them, you got a fucking ring. And I know a division ring don't mean shit to y'all, but it means something to me.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm telling you, we're going to talk about all the specifics, players, and everything that happened. But if you didn't see the heart of that team with as awful as they played and everything we're going to talk about, if you didn't see the heart of that group with all the guys going down and the next guy stepping up, you have to see them respond and just keep playing hard even though they're getting beat on. Mm-hmm. The D-line just keep fucking rotating in, keep fighting, and just keep going. Defense made plays, dog. It wasn't pretty, but this is the kind of game we all knew. What, you think you're going to just walk in and beat the fuck out of Kansas State? Give me a break, homie.
We said this was going to be a war before. We said this on Friday and Thursday.
They couldn't stop our strength. We couldn't stop their strength. They had the ball last pretty much. I'm not even going to talk about the pass interference because I'm not putting it in the hands of the refs.
Yeah,
we didn't play well. That's why we lost. It's not because of one play at the end of the game. That is not going. No, fuck you with that shit.
I agree.
So let's get into this. I know we have a lot of NFL to talk about too.
Yep.
I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm off for the rest of the day, and I'm trying not to like be angry about this because I'm more sad about it than I am angry, dog. Like,
yeah, I understand. Yeah,
it's disappointing. It's really disappointing that number one that they lost. Obviously, that sucks. But the way that they lost is just gut-wrenching. And you know what? I'm going to say this real quick, and I hope everyone's listening. And I want you to vertical this. I remember talking to that team when they were fucking 0-6 or some shit, and Cal was coming into town. And Sanford had just got appointed coach, and he asked me to come talk to him. And Carl Durrell was always scared to let me talk to him. And I can't go talk to the team now because of whatever reason. And that's a fact. I'm not talking shit. I'm not calling anybody out. But that's fact. And I talked to him about locking the gates, and Bill Musgrave was the OC for Cal at the time. And I remember talking to him about recruiting, and there's 2 guys, Dungeon family, that are there right now, in Miller and Aiden Akia-Kayana, who's a big defensive lineman. And we have a good relationship with Cal, but Musgrave was the OC there at the time. And we were talking. He's like, yeah, we could probably get everybody on the plane in the game this weekend against CU. You guys are pretty terrible. And he's just talking to me like a coach and businessman, a guy who changes jobs every 4 years and doesn't really have an allegiance anymore. Played somewhere, but doesn't have an allegiance, right? And that's not me. I don't coach anywhere else. I'm coaching at Vista because my kid's on the team. I believe black and gold is the only place I ever wanted to play. So when I gave that speech to that team and they went out and played the way they did and won their only game and fucking won 20-13 in overtime, I know that doesn't mean anything to the prime sexuals and all the idiots, but to real Buffalo fans that were there that day or experienced that, it was real. Mm-hmm. Sanford will tell you it was one of the biggest wins he's ever had. And I'm not saying that it had anything to do with me, but I did start the fucking fire. Yeah. I started that fire in those men. And that team was atrocious. And I remember standing on the sideline getting blown out with my son and having fans walk up to me and say, Coach, why are you still supporting this? And I looked at him and said, because when it's good, dog, and it means something again, I'm not going to be the one that just jumps back on.
Yeah.
So this is bigger than just a game for me. That shit hurt. And I hope it hurt the men in that room the same way it hurt all of us. Because if they play well, their ceiling, bro, is so high. I can see it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Really I'm telling you, you want to sleep on this team or talk shit, you're fucking crazy, homie. I know Travis got hurt. I know you're going to say he can't play both ways. He'll come back and play both ways and win the Heisman.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah.
I know Mario Miller got hurt and broke his ankle. He'll come back twice as good next year for a 5-star quarterback that steps in to replace Shedeur. We're only looking at upside here, man. I'm proud of the way they played. They played with heart. Now they need to fucking learn how to finish.
Yeah, facts.
And you only learn how to finish by what? By failing. You only learn how to fucking do it by going through it. Mm-hmm. And they're going through it right now. And good. That's good. What the fuck are you going to learn about this? What are you going to learn from this?
Yeah, what do you take away? This is the title of the show is Colorado Must Learn.
That goes to everyone. What do you learn from the situation you find yourself in at the moment? You're 4-2. You've had a very successful start to the season. You learned from the Nebraska game and got better. What are you going to learn from Kansas State and get better? And that's really the fucking bottom line here, dog. And look, you can sugarcoat it any way you want. You can blame it on the refs. The best way to do this is to look at yourself in the mirror and take accountability as a man and say, I got to be fucking better. I have to take more attention to detail. Shedeur needs to be better. Shiloh needs to be better. Coach Prime needs to be better. Everybody's got to be better. Everyone, there's none of this finger pointing shit. None of this, no fucking feelings hurt. Everybody missed plays. Everybody missed blocks. Everybody got penalties. Everybody fucked up. Mm-hmm. Okay? And we got beat by 3, and we should have won by 4 goddamn touchdowns. It should have been a fucking display. And instead, it's dismay, and that sucks. Yeah. So, yeah, let's get into this shit, and I'll answer any questions you got. But, dog, fuck. That sucked.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. And
it was also awesome. It sucked, but it was fucking awesome. With a minute 50 left at midnight, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
Yeah. It's 2 in the morning out here.
Yeah. I can't fucking believe you were sick this week. What the fuck? Because we couldn't go. You get COVID. And it was amazing. And then all of a sudden our heart was ripped out. And I was up till 3 in the morning just sitting there fuck. Went to bed all mad. My girl's like, are you coming to bed? And I'm like, maybe. I love you.
I feel
you don't want me in bed right now. Wrong.
Well, let's talk about some of these.
Victory, Matt. This is losing, Matt. Losing, Matt.
Dude, I totally feel that same fucking way. I am.
We had him at a fucking balls too. We didn't even play well. We went right by the balls. We didn't play well. We fucked it up. All right, let's go. Talk.
Well, let's talk. Let's dive into this game here. Your biggest takeaways. So obviously, Travis gets hurt. Omarion has the unfortunate injury with him, and that sucks because he played really damn well. Jimmy got hurt as well. But let's just dive in. Your biggest takeaways from this game. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Go ahead.
Takeaways offensively. negative 29 yards rushing.
Let's dive right into that. So Colorado rushed for 29 yards, negative 29 yards. Unbelievable. Yeah, go ahead.
I know it's because of sacks. Now, instead of what is happening, instead of what is happening with Shedeur, why he keeps running into pressure and trying to escape it backwards. Like, I always tell pass rushers, never run around the quarterback. Like, if you're rushing Shedeur, you should be like, run up the field as far as humanly possible. He'll run right into you.
Yeah.
Like, good quarterbacks are taught to step up into the pocket, and he's usually extremely, like, heady with all of this. And it seemed like either the offensive line and their struggles throughout the last 2 years is getting to him, and I just can't believe that, because what happens when he gets hit?
He gets back up and he's pissed off and he responds.
And even against K-State, were they not up 24-14 when they got the roughing the passer penalty?
Yeah.
And then he went out there.
Like, oh,
exactly.
shit.
And he was like, oh, you want to fucking rough me? All right, motherfucker. And he was just like, ding, ding, ding. Right? Is that not what happened again?
Yes.
Every fucking time. Like, I want him to start fucking fouling him in the goddamn first quarter so he could throw 6 touchdowns on your ass.
Yeah.
So I'm dumbfounded. And if I'm Coach Prime is saying to him on the fucking field, you can read his lips, step up into the pocket. He looks like he's worn out by it. And I guarantee you Shedeur is too. So instead of what's happening, why? Why? What in the Sam hell is going on? That would be my question. What the hell is going on right now?
Yeah.
How is it that the offensive line is far from perfect? No one's saying that they're even good. They've improved a ton. If they give up 35, how many sacks have they given up on the year? Figure that out. If they give up 35 sacks this year instead of 56, I'd be fucking tickled pink, dog. And 35 is not good. So I understand that there's going to be struggles at times. I get it. There's good athletes that rush the passer. I get it. But the decisions being made in the pocket when he's that efficient at other times, it's very out of character for Shedeur.
Yeah, he's been sacked 23 times.
23. So, and they have how many games left? 6?
6 or 5, yeah.
So we're 4-2 with 6 to play. Yeah, 12 games. So 7 weeks, 6 games because they have another bye week. Yeah. So we've got. Oh, we don't with Texas Tech on the road and then Utah. These next 4 are so important, dog. Fuck, really, the entire schedule is super important. But Kansas and Oklahoma State are struggling pretty bad. God knows where they're going to be at the end of the year. They're still going to play hard, though. Like, they have got to beat Arizona. They got to beat Cincinnati. That Texas Tech game could be like for a chance to get back in the conference race. They're fucking balling right now. But neither here nor there. Like, 6 games to play, they give up 45 sacks. That's still 11 less. It's not good. That's terrible, but it's better.
Yeah.
Like you can't say they haven't improved, but at the same time, he's so much better this year too. He's elevating their play. This makes them look worse than they are. They were only responsible for 2 of the sacks on the O-line. He got counted for 4 of them. A quarterback being counted for 4 sacks, that's kind of unheard of, especially one of his caliber. I mean, if I'm a scout, I'm pointing at that, be like, maybe he does hold the ball. Maybe he does. Maybe he is looking always deep to short. Deep to short in the NFL don't work.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't. The corners are just as fast as the receivers, dog. The advantage isn't the same. I know JB's got everyone convinced that the NFL's terrible, but I think it's got its problems, but it's far from awful.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the product is not amazing, but it's not terrible. It's not,
Yeah, I mean, look. I think that CU offensively has a ton to build on. Running the ball. Actually, I didn't think they did that bad of a job. Just how many real carries did they have? Take away the sacks and all the bullshit with Shedeur. How many real carries did they have?
It says 19 rushing attempts, but really, I mean.
No, but just go to the backs.
Let's go to the back. Hold on.
Go to the rushing stats. The two
This is
running
rushing
backs.
stats right here.
There you go. And then the running backs who ran
Hold
the
on.
ball.
Hold on. This is an interact. This is just a screenshot.
Okay, well, you have a fucking computer in front of you. Type.
I got it.
Rushing. There you go.
I have to get it on the computer.
You're killing it. I know. Just tell me how many fucking running plays the backs actually got. What, they get 50 total yards combined?
I don't. Okay, so you ready? Here. So Dallin Hayden, 7 carries, 11 yards.
7 for 11, terrible.
August of 3 carries, 10 yards. And then it says Shedeur Sanders, 9 carries for negative 50 yards. Obviously, it's because of the sack. But
you're telling me we only ran the ball 11 times against Kansas State? Is that what I'm hearing? Or 10? 10 carries?
10.
10 actual carries.
And then whatever, so 10 actual carries of the backs, then whatever Shedeur, if he scrambled, got a carry. Who fuck knows?
I understand that no one wants to hear me say this, but
it's a problem.
Would they have the ball for how much longer? 10 minutes longer?
10 minutes longer, yeah.
35 to 20, exactly 10 minutes. Can you imagine if CU had the ball for 35 minutes?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Big
look, if I'm Shedeur, maybe he doesn't think like me because I'm just a fucking lineman. What do I know, bro? I'm just saying this. Like Coach Prime, everybody that's got a problem, all the coaches, players, what the fuck do I know? I'm just some grunt. I fucking got hurt a lot. I had to change positions. I don't know shit, okay? Just some guy that did stuff, and that's cool. No one's trying to compare resumes and shit, okay? But if I'm Shedeur Sanders and I'm that good under these kind of circumstances, I might be in the fucking meeting today, like fighting the offensive coordinator and play caller and asking them why the fuck we can't support each other a little bit more. Or is it just like, let's just throw the ball every play? If we're going to throw the ball every play, can we learn how to max protect with 6 people? Because we don't need 5 people in a route. 4 is enough, and then a check down. Can we keep the tight end in order? Can we put 6 offensive linemen on the field?
Something.
And put one in the back? Can we get a little bit more fucking creative than what we're doing, please? And look, again, I don't know shit. I don't know fucking anything about football. I'm a total novice. Fuck me and fuck my opinion. But give Shedeur fucking what again at UCF? How many carries did we fucking pipe down their throat? And we could have done more. Give him 30 carries and 35 minutes of possession, and you'll be able to run the ball and throw the ball like this. Do you know how easy it is to throw the fucking football on people when you can actually run? Everyone's playing dime and nickel defense against us and just rushing the passer like crazy because they don't give a fuck because we can't even fucking scheme up how to run the ball correctly in order to take a fucking advantage of it. So again, like, I'm not mad at anybody, and I don't know shit, but I just, please, why don't you just support Shedeur Sanders? Shedeur, why don't you want to be supported?
Yeah.
And if this is too real and I'm going to hurt feelings and I got to write emails and apologize and shit, then I guess I need to fucking apologize.
No,
but I'm telling you,
no apologies needed.
He's too motherfucking good to do this too. So stop with all the, he threw the ball over the yard. What are you talking about? This isn't a fucking video game, idiots.
True.
When Shedeur Sanders doesn't have to do fucking everything, he can do anything. And you lost Travis, Jimmy, and Miller. You lost Miller after 8 catches for $150, but you still lost Travis and Jimmy quick. Mm-hmm. And you only give 10 carries after losing your best player on defense and offense, so you know you've got to put Hodge at corner, and then he gets fucking exposed because Travis isn't on the field.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not trying to limit their opportunities too by being able to run the ball.
Puts all the pressure on Shedeur.
I'm not trying to just beat a dead horse here, but fuck me, man.
Yeah.
If I was on the coaching staff, I would have a fucking aneurysm. Fuck my job. Yeah. Fuck my job. You can fire me. But this shit is not going to fucking work when he's that fucking good. And we got Travis and Jimmy and Miller and all these freak athletes everywhere. And we got the #1 tackle in the country balling out as a fucking freshman. And we got dudes that can move people that are all 6'6", 320. But we can't line up with a fullback or an extra tight end. We can't gang call or scissor. We can't double team at the point of attack. We don't run vertical. We're not fucking under center. We're not moving the pocket. What are we doing with the #1 fucking quarterback in the country? And look, Coach Prime is the CEO of the Buffaloes. Pat Schumer, you're not a head coach. Coach, stop relying on his talent to get you another job.
Yeah, good point.
Stop trying to be fucking friends with everybody and coach.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Man, everybody, just make sure you're mad at me for saying it. Remember the point. Shedeur Sanders is the baddest fucking man that's ever worn a Colorado uniform at that position. Period. He is the best quarterback in the draft. He's a leader of men. He is tough as fuck. You hit him and he gets better. Without him, we would have lost 50-0. He lost all of his receivers. He still did all of that. All I'm asking for is for the fucking scheme to fit the talent.
Yeah.
And if you have to sit him down and say, we don't need you to throw it 50 times and get killed and running around like you're seeing ghosts because you're trying to make a play on every play because it's the way it works, because we have no support for you. I've seen them do it right.
Yeah.
So you're making a fucking choice now to do it wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, get mad at me, offensive coordinator. Get mad at me. Whoever wants to get mad and send me an email or a direct message like, oh, you're out of line because you're fucking calling people out. I'm not calling shit out.
No,
I'm not calling anyone out by name. I'm saying the scheme does not support Shedeur Sanders' talent.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback in the fucking NCAA. You should be winning a national title with him, not going 6-6 because you can't support him correctly. And if that makes me the bad guy, you're the fucking bad guy. Because you don't see what it is. You want to play NCAA with Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. And I want Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter to be so uncoverable because they have to put 8 in the box. And we got Shedeur on a bootleg fucking half the field lasering on the run. And we're actually fucking lining up with a fullback and like, first down, bam, 6 yards, 2nd and 4. I wonder if that's a waste down with the Buffs. A waste down. What's that, coach? Let me tell you, everybody. A waste down is like 2nd and 2, 3, 4 when you're a bad motherfucking offense. Like, see, you bad motherfuckers everywhere, especially number 2, right? I mean, let's be real. So you can walk up and go, you know what? We just hammered them for 6 yards. We're going to line up in another big formation, and we're going to hard count these motherfuckers under center, and we're going to send Travis in motion. All right, we can go 11 here because we can slap back, and it's called scissoring. Not the way you fucking virgins are talking about it in your head right now, scissoring by the tight end. We can run gang left, double team the fuck out of the 3 technique, get on that nose tackle, hardcore, kick out the defensive end. But instead, because we've been doing that all day and we're fucking getting vertical like Kansas State did, and everybody's freaking out. We can't cover anybody. Point in case, that's why they were one-on-one at the end of the game and roasted Hodge. We had no safety help because we got 9 guys in the fucking box because we're trying to stop the fucking run. Why do you think it worked? So, like, we could do that, and then Shedeur can get out there half a man. We can fucking motion Travis in, hit the seam, down that motherfucker. Nobody can cover him to 6. If you think it's easy now, run the fucking ball 30 times a game for 150 yards a game and control the time of possession and the clock and limit opportunities by the other offense, which keeps your leaky at times defense off the field because they're really good at times and they're really shitty at times. They're really inconsistent. So maybe, just fucking maybe, all the professional coaches in the fucking room could coach. And look, some guys don't have a say. And everybody in the room that's mad at me, I know you don't have a say. I know you don't have a say. I know you can't say anything because your job is more important than what's happening. But I don't work there. And I'm telling you right now, dog, you have the potential to be a fucking playoff team if you support two.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree.
They should go and play super good at Arizona and beat that ass. They should beat Cincinnati at home. Texas Tech gives up a ton of points. That over-under on that game is going to be 90. That's a winnable game. Utah just lost to Arizona State at home. Cam Rising is 75 years old. They don't have a quarterback. We almost beat them last year in Salt Lake City. Don't tell me that that's not a fucking winnable game. Mm-hmm. All right, Kansas is dog shit this year and can't find a way to win. And Oklahoma State hasn't won a conference game since last fucking year. So don't tell me that everything's not in fucking front of us. And if we're too fucking stupid to fix these problems, then we deserve to fucking lose. And I'm tired of all the fucking fans and all the prime sexuals and all these people acting like I'm attacking them. I love them. That's why I'm criticizing them. I love Coach Prime. I want him to be the coach here for 20 fucking years. I want Shedeur to go number one. I want Travis to win the Heisman. I want him to recruit the fucking kids in Colorado that can play. I want this place to be a fucking dynasty. I do anything to fucking help them. Anything on earth. Mm-hmm. But I'm scary and I'm too real. And that intimidates people in the room. And they don't. Matt's out of control. Yeah, I'm out of control to fucking win, homie. Yeah. I'm out of control in love with fucking football, dog. I'm out of control fucking passionate about this shit. I'm going to die soon. I'm 40 fucking 3 years old. I'm a lineman. I'm 320. If I lived to 65, I'd be fucking shocked. All right? So I got no time to sit around and act like this shit's okay. And look, the Buffalo faithful need to fucking hear this shit.
It's not a personal.
The game was kick-ass. I'm glad you were entertained.
Yeah. No,
winning is fun.
Yeah.
Being entertained is for fucking movies.
Amen.
Fuck your entertainment. I'm trying to fucking win, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know? You want to know something cool? I just got to show this real quick. You want to know how I guess this guy knows I'm a Chuck? I don't know what that means. Isn't that a guy who fucks other guys' wives?
Some shit.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Your wife would know because she cooked me eggs. I think that's what it means. I'm not really sure. I'm divorced, dog. Anybody can fucking buy it.
But yeah, I think overall, when you're saying, like, you're fucking hilarious.
Do your research, asshole. Look, I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between like hating and actually knowing what you're talking about and just speaking passionate on it. I'm sorry if my tone offends you. I'm sorry if my president offends you. I'm sorry if these fucking people in the chat have a problem. Most everybody's pretty awesome today. High five. Yeah. I think everybody understands. Like, I just Pat Schumer. It's not even on Coach Prime. Yeah, it's on Coach Prime to walk in and say this needs to change. But it's on Pat, the professional offensive coordinator, to fucking change it.
Yeah.
You're telling me there's not one asshole on this team that can line up at fullback?
Oh, my God.
Fullback. I know fullback is a fucking really tough position. Fullback. Put a neck roll on, and you see the middle linebacker run full fucking speed into his face.
It's not that complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, or a tight end that can. You're telling me Smalls is a 5-star?
Savell.
Yeah, he's a 5-star athlete. 5-star defensive lineman. You can't teach him how to scissor block correctly.
Let me tell you something. I played against Savell in high school.
Two tight ends. We can't run heavy.
So I played against Savell in high school. We beat the hell out of his team in the playoffs. We had him by 40 in the first half. You want to know what they did in the second half? They put him at fucking running back, and they gave him a bunch of fucking carries. He could play fucking fullback and figure it out. Trust me.
That's all I'm saying. Like, how about instead of assuming we can't do it, let's see if I'm not going to get in this like some guy said he was going to stick a burrito up his ass. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing machine learning. I'm not doing any of that shit. But like, if they try, I watched them last year at TCU, and I know Coach Lewis is a different OC. But I did watch this team do it with Shedeur on the goal line and in short yardage situations, line up in like full health with two defensive linemen in the backfield. Bailey, do you remember this?
You do. That's
just fucking smashed people in the face vertically. And I was like, holy shit, look at this. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like what? I'm just a little bit of creativity. I wonder just again, and then I'll shut the fuck up until he asks me another question because I'm pretty pissed off about
this. Good. It's all good.
I wonder how good Shedeur would be moving the pocket. I wonder how good the screen game would work if we could run the ball and we did it out of different formations. I wonder how good Shedeur would be off hard sell play action on like power pass play action if we can actually run power and have a fullback or a tight end or an H-back or a fucking receiver that can go in there and spit in someone's ear. I don't really give a fuck at this point. Just put someone on the field. He doesn't need to be a traditional fullback. I know Mike Allstott and Brandon Drum aren't walking through the fucking door. I'm just saying. Look. The game was entertaining. It wasn't good. It was good for Kansas State. They did exactly what they wanted to do. They survived the aerial attack, ran the shit out of the football, and got the ball last.
Yeah.
And they walked out going, we don't have to deal with that again because Shedeur and Travis are going to the NFL next year. We'll see them in Manhattan. We go into Manhattan next year with a rookie quarterback and we're trying to play the way we play now without Shedeur and Travis and all these freaks. We're going to get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
So, again, it's not just all on the defense. Now, I know there's more questions, so let's talk about more shit before I blow a gasket. And everybody hates me because I said something mean or something. I said something wrong or mean or...
No, I think some of it...
I'm really sorry. No, just make sure that we apologize. I just want to make sure everybody's feelings are intact still. I'm sorry. I know that it's really hard out there. It's really hard out there. And I know Buffalo country has been through a lot the last 20 years, and you're just not used to it. And you just want to be entertained. You don't want to win. And I get it. All the coaches up there, I'm really sorry that I can see what you can't or what you won't bring up. But I love you. We can still be friends. I'm not the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. I can fucking lock the gates, baby. Let's go. I'm on your side. So just saying, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the sum of what you're saying is if you got more creative in the run game, it takes pressure off Shedeur, which is what we've been harping on this entire time, which Shedeur doesn't have to do everything.
Off 10 carries.
10 times. That's it. Like
against Kansas, they're not like you're playing K-State, dog. Like when Kleiman figured out that they weren't going to fucking run the ball, he was shitting his pants a little bit, but he was also like, you know what? We're really going to have a chance to win this game because Shedeur has to do everything. If he fucks up one time or doesn't make a miracle throw on fourth down, they're going to lose. So he's hedging his bet. He's sitting there like, look, he's watching the clock and saying, hand the fucking ball off and do some tricky shit and run Avery every now and then. And then, hey, when they don't expect it, I'm sitting there. They get the ball back. We're up 28-24. I look right at Nick and Bree and go, I guarantee you they throw the ball. They threw the ball twice in a row because he broke tendency.
Yeah.
He broke tendency, dog. Like, Bree's about to walk through the door. She can attest to this. I don't fucking lie. You guys have done lives with me. I couldn't do it the other night because it was fucking 1 a.m. and I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with you guys at that time. So, but like what I'm saying is like he broke tendency right when he was supposed to after running with 9 guys in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a chess game. You have to be put in position to be successful. So either Shedeur or Pat or somebody has to say something. It can't just be, this is what we run. Well, why are half of you here if this is what we know how to run this, apparently?
Yeah.
So why are half of you here? Shedeur's going to throw for 5,000 yards or some shit. It's going to be awesome. But I think there's so much more on the table.
I agree.
Like, go look at Joe Burrow when he won the Heisman. Go look at Joe Burrow when he won the Heisman. Yes, he had Jordan Jefferson and Chase and all these freaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he also had Edwards-Helaire, who was a first-round running back. And they hammered the fucking rock. And I know that they had better players up front. Again, it's college football. You give me 150 yards rushing a game with CU, and you can get 6 to 8 offensive first downs with that, and you're not punting as much, and people have to play 8 in the box and one-on-one with these receivers, and you can go from 12 personnel, tight end heavy, closed in with tight splits to the next play on 2nd and 3, which is a waste down. Remember that? Remember waste down, where I can take a shot and then get 3 yards on 3rd down, and then go spread 5 wide? Do you know how fucking hard that is in college to deal with?
Yeah.
So we're not maximizing our talent. And that, in my opinion, is criminal.
Yeah, amen. And and nothing else needs to be said there. Before we take a quick commercial, we have so much to talk about here. Let's talk about this. So AP Top 25 came out. Army and Navy are ranked in the top 25 for first time since 1960. What are your thoughts?
It's fucking awesome for Army and Navy. CU should be ranked. You see where Arizona State's at? Is Arizona State ranked?
I don't believe so.
Well, they fucking should be. They had a greatest win of the weekend, dog. What the fuck? Like, in Michigan should be the fuck out of there. That's name recognition there. But look, the AP poll, I feel about polls. Fuck this poll. Get it out of my face. Looking at Kansas State 17. Motherfucking CU should be ranked. Thanks for bringing that up, Dick. Next question.
You said it to me. You literally said it to me. But anyway, let's talk about this game tonight. Aaron Rodgers and the Jeff Ulbrich-led New York Jets take on the Buffalo Bills. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you think the Jets will bounce back with a new head coach? No.
No. Jets are fucked, bro. Aaron Rodgers needs to retire. Like, all the negativity I'm feeling is being funneled right at the Jets.
Okay.
They are fucking dog shit again.
Dude, there's no shot they win tonight.
No. I mean, yeah, they could win. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Who gives a shit? What are they going to do, dog? What they're going to, like, is Ulbrich going to come out and just start hammering the rock with those 2 big backs? Maybe. Maybe the same thing I would say to the fucking Bills. Like, we'll see. Can Aaron Rodgers humble himself enough to run the fucking football and understand that he doesn't have to be the only thing on the field? I'm not saying that's what Shador's doing, but I mean, Pat Schumer, do you want to be Shador's friend or his coach? Sometimes you got to tell the best. Let me ask you this. Was Michael Jordan, when he was winning scoring titles and he under Doug Collins, was he the best player in the NBA? Yes. Mm-hmm. Did they win? No. Everybody could design an offense to stop him, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, when Phil Jackson came in, he said, you're not going to win any scoring titles, but we're going to do what? Triangle, bitch. Yep. And he won 6 motherfucking titles and MVPs and shit. And he just listed them. Then he went to the Lakers and said, triangle, bitch, and turned Kobe into the 2nd best player ever. That's right, I said it. And gave Shaq fucking every accolade possible for his fat ass ate himself out of the league. Sorry, Shaq, that was uncalled for. I apologize. Mr. Diesel, I'm so sorry. That was fucked up. I'm also a fat guy, and my inner fat guy got mad at your inner fat guy, and that's fucked up. I apologize. Fuck! I shouldn't have said that. I love Diesel. All I'm saying is, like, just fuck, man. Coaching.
Yeah, coaching. Well, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. Matt thinks there's no shot the New York Jets win tonight against the Buffalo Bills. I think it'll be another horrible.
Hold on, that's not what I just said. You don't get to put things in my mouth. God damn it! I didn't fucking say that. You said that. I said that I don't care.
Okay.
I don't give a shit if they win. Cool. Woohoo. Big fucking deal. If they lose, big fucking deal. The AFC.
There's no shot they turn their season around.
The AFC is the dog shit. Buffalo's going to win the East. The Jets aren't going to make the playoffs. They're going to finish like 8-9, and Aaron Rodgers is going to retire and go live in the fucking mountains and take mushrooms and drink tea and shit and fucking – I don't know what the fuck this guy does. Shit. It's not play quarterback well anymore. And if he comes out and slices up Buffalo tonight, awesome. That doesn't mean anything. There's 17 weeks, bro. Like, the fucking Super Bowl champion can have 7 losses, for God's sakes.
That's true.
Fucking Jets need to figure their shit out. God damn it.
Yeah. Before we head to commercials, let's take a look at some super chats. This is $25 from Kevin Glenn. He asked, Bailey and Coach Matt, did the Lions offensive line ball out or what yesterday?
Did they ball out? First of all, Hutchinson, dog.
Unfortunate.
That sucks. That one hurt my stomach. I haven't done it like that, but I broke my left ankle just like that. It was like turning the other way. So I know the pain that boy's in right now, and the surgery is almost worse than the break. Waking up from that surgery is like, holy shit, hit the fucking button. But hey, thanks for the donation. Donations. Yeah, they're fucking real, bro. Detroit might be the best team in the NFL. I bet if I had to pick it right now, I'd say Detroit, Baltimore for the Super Bowl. Well, I like the Commanders. I think that the Redskins could play for the NFC title.
Really?
Jaden Daniels is nice, dog. Jaden Daniels is nice.
So you think
I'll tell you, the Commanders need to go get Devontae Adams. That's what they need to do. Just go fucking all in, dog, and see what you can do before Jaden Daniels gets hurt and your fucking franchise goes back in the tubes.
if that's what you think, they should get a tackle or something. But like, no, I mean, I think. Do you think the Commanders win the East?
Oh yeah, the East is dog shit, dude. Look at this old crypt keeping motherfucker right here.
Yeah, I brought this up because
47-9.
The Lions.
The Lions are real. Dan Campbell is that guy. He's coach of the year. The Cowboys are dog shit. The Eagles are
Serious
fucking
ball.
I know they won, but they beat the Browns. The fucking Browns are a goddamn disaster. Deshaun jerked me off. Watson is fucking terrible. They need to put Winston in immediately. He'll just beat a W or steal some crab legs. So what the fuck? Cleveland's a fucking disaster. Like maybe the Commanders should go fucking trade for Myles Garrett. I'm sure he wants out of fucking Cleveland immediately. He's the only reason they were even in that game yesterday. That block field goal was sick.
That dude just gets out, jumps.
The Giants are terrible. The Cowboys are laughable. The Cowboys might be like the Cowboys are in running to get Shedeur Sanders. That's how terrible they are.
That's what I was going to ask you.
The Eagles are dog shit too. So yeah, the Commanders are winning the East. Jaden Daniels is a fucking G. That's the rookie of the year.
Yeah, he's balling out, and that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think Jerry Jones regrets paying Dak after the Nebraska game? It's so ironic.
They got more money than God, dog. They'll just be like they'll chalk it up to dead cap and draft Shedeur, or Dak will just want out of there. If I'm Dak and I got all this money and I have a no trade clause, I'm waving that motherfucker. Send me anywhere, dog. I just want to get the fuck out of here because it's a clown show. It's all the expectations are through the roof because the logo's cool. They haven't been fucking relevant since '95, dog. Like the Niners haven't won since '96, but they've been to the Super Bowl 3 times. They just lost. They lost to the Ravens and lost to the Chiefs twice. They just lost. Like the Eagles have won and been to another one. Like the Cowboys are as irrelevant as irrelevant. The only fucking reason they get all the shine is because of that crypt keeping motherfucker and that stupid logo.
Yeah,
they might as well be the fucking they are the new Lions, dog. That should be flipped. In my lifetime, that's a flip number. They're the new Lions. They got a good quarterback, and he's okay, and he can throw to an okay receiver, and the rest of their team is shit. That sounds like fucking Stafford to Megatron to me.
Yeah, you just have a Micah Parsons there with his.
Well, they had pass rushers and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's true.
Pass rusher, dog. Micah Parsons needs to get the fuck out of Dallas too. Don't re-sign.
Yeah, that's a
man. I need to put some sun. Got burned this fucking practice today.
Man, you guys got good sun out there though. Let me.
Year.
Yeah. Let me ask you. Let's move on here and talk a little bit more Buffs.
Shiloh. Awesome.
Shiloh. Now we talked about this on Friday before.
Can you play Mark Jones's clip where he says 21? Can you do something for me?
Yes, I can absolutely play that.
What the fuck?
We'll play that, but let's talk about Shiloh. Shiloh obviously had a tough performance against Kansas State.
No. It was what did Coach Prime say?
Here's Coach Prime on Shiloh Sanders.
He didn't have a tough time. What did his father say?
He played horrible.
Horrible. All right, next. That's why, and this is why I know this man, and we've communicated so many times. That's why I speak as openly as I do it anyway. But it's why I speak as openly as I do, because I know he knows, because he's a fucking Hall of Famer and a ball player, and he knows when it ain't good enough. He's not fucking stupid. He's not just doing this shit to do it.
Yeah.
Look, what did I say on Friday? Do you remember what I said about Shiloh?
You texted me that after the game, but you were worried about him disrupting the defense's chemistry from the weeks prior.
And just putting him in there and him being a liability either because of penalty or not being ready to play and taking Stoudemire off the field. And I understand Stoudemire's not perfect, and I'm not saying he would have been any better, but again, I don't know. The defense is better when Shiloh's not on the field. And until he plays the way he can play again, and I see the old Shiloh Sanders, the other guy needs to play. And he can't just play not at that position. Like, I'm sorry, you're not hiding a nose tackle.
Yeah.
The safety position in college football is rather important. You can get, that's your last line of defense in a lot of areas. And if you struggle there, you will struggle. And we've had pretty good safety play, especially Selman Craig, who struggled as well. But he didn't struggle like Shiloh. I mean, Shiloh's he's getting just torched on the internet, bro. God damn, they are fucking him up. And look, I don't know, in the meme era, knees. Oh, God. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, knees and toes.
But yeah.
That I don't know how you can look at that and not be worried. And also, he's not reaching. So he just broke his forearm. I don't know, man. I think that maybe he kind of you know what? I respect the fact that he tried to play because I know it's hard to play hurt. I don't think he's ready to play. And look, I could be wrong. He could go out at Arizona and just murk people and be the old guy that we saw. And please make me eat crow. Fuck. I'll dump barbecue sauce on that motherfucker and eat nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
I'll eat it so fast, but I'm just going off what I just saw. Yeah. So, and it wasn't just that play, dog. He was really, really, really bad.
Yeah, and I had to sat there and I was like, we all saw it. We're like, fuck.
Like the whole game, I was just sitting there like, fuck. Yeah. Put the other guy in. I know he's Shiloh Sanders. I know he's got a fucking captain thing on his fucking shoulder. I get it. But I don't give a fuck. Everybody can see what's happening.
Yeah.
Not everybody that doesn't coach there is dumb. Not everybody that just blindly agrees with everything is dumb. That's just not, there's some people that go about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of really smart people that I think that there's ways to fix a lot of this shit. That's all I'm saying. And look, if you can't be fixed, then prove it. If it can't be fixed, Bailey, in Buffalo country, prove it. And what do I mean by that? Try and fix it. Just change shit. Do anything. Wear some sunblock, Matt. Fuck. I feel bad for Shiloh because he is taking it. But, dog, this is when you step on the fucking gridiron and you're in the arena at the highest level and everybody can see and you got an NFL running back in front of you. When you don't make the play and that happens, the NFL scouts don't give a fuck what your name is.
That's true.
They don't give a fuck, dog. They don't care. That is a fact of life. They don't give a shit whose kid you are. They don't give a fuck. And there's no dad on earth look, my kid's an okay player for a freshman. He travels with the freshman team. He gets to play. He's doing a good job. But is he the best player on the field? And do I think he's ready to go hold up against the nose tackle from Cherry Creek that has 30 offers? Fuck no. That would be a slaughter. It would be like sacrificing a lamb to a lion right now. You got to develop into that shit. All I'm saying is,
very true.
You can't cover up what's on tape. And Shiloh's 26 or some shit. 5. Isn't he old?
24, I believe.
24. He's an old-ass man for college football. He's been there forever. So, his ceiling is right now. He could arguably be a rookie in the NFL. It's just a bad look. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, I feel bad for him. What? Fuck your sympathy, homie. This is competition. Yeah. It's what? I feel so bad for Shiloh. He's taking it on the internet. He's fine. He's fine. He drove to work today in a Bentley. He's doing fine, dog.
Just fine.
Shut the fuck up. Like, if you can't handle a little bit of fucking criticism, you shouldn't be driving a fucking Bentley and a Maybach and a goddamn Rolls Royce and all this. Like, this is what comes with being the best or saying you are, period. Mm-hmm. Like, Shedeur and Travis are the best. Shiloh walks around like he is. Well, you know, Shedeur had a couple bad plays. Shedeur looked like shit a bunch in that game too. You got to look, if you're going to put yourself on this pedestal, you have to be man enough to take it when it doesn't go right.
True.
And look, they have been. Everybody's stepped up to the microphone and everybody's answered questions. They got it. This is the shit eating week. So take a bite and grin. And through the shit, everybody can see the grill and know you're still balling. So we're good. No one's fucking yelling at you. No one's in trouble. All right, take out this aggression on Arizona. Don't get mad at me and the rest of the pundits out here who are just talking shit. All right, remember you drove a Rolls Royce to fucking work today and you're a college kid and you've got way more earning potential than me and Bailey and everybody else and all this other shit. You're going to be fine. This is a bad game. All right, it's a bad look, but if you go out and ball this weekend, you can make up for it. It's not like 31's a fucking chump. That kid is a fucking animal.
Yeah. That kid's
it's probably the best back we're going to play all year. Let's be real. I mean, he was killing us, dog. Yeah. He was stiff-arming motherfuckers into the turf. He was running through people. He ran through that tackle. He's running through this tackle, running through that. He's a fucking grown-ass man.
Hell of a player.
So it's not the end of the world, but it is the end of this game. So, Shiloh, just take your lickings, Doug, and take a big, again, let me reiterate, take a huge bite of the shit sandwich and smile real bright because you got a fucking like 18-karat grill under that shit. So you're good. You're good, dog. Be who you are.
Yeah, and let me ask you because he's getting killed on social media. I mean, we know. But let me ask you: do you one take any issue with them, whether that's Livingston or Coach Prime leaving him out there, and two, do you feel as though they should take him out of the lineup going forward?
I would play Stoudemire next week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to question what they did during the game. That's what they did.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
I yelled, put the other guy in 900 times. No one's listening to me, dog.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But yeah, I thought Stoudemire played well in the weeks that
didn't you notice too, and I don't know if this is correct, but I thought I noticed this. Selman Craig and Shedeur and Shiloh switched. So Selman Craig was playing Shiloh's position of on the two safety position, free and strong. And Stoudemire was playing the other one. And then when Shiloh came back, Selman Craig went to Stoudemire's position, and he went from balling out at fucking Shiloh's position, which is the strong box safety making the tackles, right? How many fucking tackles did we see him make and plays? A ton while Shiloh was out, right?
Yeah, yes. While Shiloh was out last week.
So when Shiloh came back, Selman Craig went and replaced Stoudemire. Stoudemire got replaced, yes, but Shiloh took Selman Craig's fucking position, and Selman Craig went to the free. Mm-hmm. So they were both in the box a lot, obviously, because it's K-State, but I don't know how many people actually saw that.
No, I think that's a good point you raised. I didn't even catch that. All I see is Shiloh going in and banging on dudes and missing a tackle. I'm like, Shiloh, like, I don't know. I shared your same frustration. And so, I mean.
Yes, they still have a chance to play in the Big 12 title. This team has every goal in front of them. But Arizona's no punk, and I doubt Travis plays this week. He's got a dislocated shoulder from what I hear. So, we'll see. That Arizona's got a fucking Mac McMillan kid is a fucking animal. We better double him the whole game. But look, take the over this week. Yeah. Because Arizona, and they will run the ball, but they're going to throw it all over the field, and their defense is dog shit. So Shedeur should chop them up. We should win. Mm-hmm. I bet you CU's favored. What's the line right now?
I believe Arizona's favored by 3.5.
All right, well, that's fucking. I'll take that all day because CU's winning this game on the road.
Yeah,
This McMillan kid, I bet you McMillan has 12 catches and 2 touchdowns. He's going to be he's a fucking problem.
So right now the line is Arizona minus 3.5. The over under is 55.
Take the over and CU.
Yeah, well, there, if you want to get any early picks in, before the line changes, because just remember last week, CU opened a 6.5-point dogs. That line moved to 3.5, and Colorado ended up covering. Just keep that in mind. I know they lost; they did cover though. But hey, yeah, Shiloh. I don't know.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
This is true. Emmitt Smith did pop his shoulder back and ran for 120 yards in the NFL for the Cowboys on the last day of the season to beat the Giants and get home field advantage. In the NFL for the Cowboys on the last day of the season to beat the Giants and get home field advantage, not to go play Arizona and sacrifice the rest of your season and not win a Heisman. We need him down the stretch. If he has to sit one game, it's not because of these kids these days, Demi. That way of thinking is why I didn't play for 15 years, because I would tape everything up and take painkillers and get shot up. Be like, yeah, I'm good. And no, you ain't. You're not. So it's more important to just be healthy and actually make money and be able to play for a long time than just being a fucking tough guy and go tough it out. Nah, dog. You missed me with that shit.
Yeah, Matt, take it from Matt, bro.
Miss me with that shit, dog. Nope, miss me. Nah, I ain't gonna. You can't sit here and see everybody's fucking soft. I'll listen to it from JB for a touch, but I ain't listening to it from some fucking guy.
Yeah.
No offense. I'm just a guy too that does stuff. No one's better than anyone. We're all equal, but we ain't the fucking same.
That is true. Another super chat I wanted to show. Devin Braxton, $10. He says, this isn't Pat's offense. Shedeur and Coach Prime are consistently overriding Pat's call. How the fuck would you know, homie?
Look, I'm not going to get mad at the guy. He can think it's daddy ball because that's the narrative. But I know for a fact that Pat Schumer is in charge of the offense. And Coach Prime is the CEO of this football team, and he doesn't want this narrative. Mm-hmm. That's what. Look, I'm glad you brought this up, and we appreciate the donation, bro. Yeah, thanks for fucking being a member. Sign up. We appreciate you, dog. Just because your opinion is different doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just an opinion. Let's talk about it. So look, Coach Prime doesn't want this narrative. He doesn't want the daddy ball narrative. He doesn't want people thinking that he's overriding Pat Schumer to the point where I think he should go override Pat Schumer. Mm-hmm. I think he should walk in and be like, look, we got to run the ball more. We have to fucking do things differently. And you're going to do it instead of just trusting Pat. I think there's too much faith in Pat Schumer. He's got total anonymity in this. And it's to the point where I think Pat doesn't want to ruffle Shedeur's feathers. So he just wants to do what Shedeur wants to do. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I'm not saying what they're doing isn't working. They throw the ball better than anybody in the country. I said it on Twitter. There's not a soul on earth that can stop this team throwing the ball. But you can try. Good luck, dog. Even Nebraska gave up 280 in a touchdown. And they controlled him, but they didn't stop him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, he's going to rope up all these defenses in the Big 12 that give up 35, 40 points a game. So I'm just saying I don't think Coach Prime really likes this narrative. And I think he does a lot to actually play against it. And I know that makes me sound like a homer, and I am. But I also have way more information than all of you.
True.
And I know they're scared of me, but they also confide in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm the dirty work guy.
Yeah.
And they slip secrets through me, and we have conversations that you wouldn't have with other people, and I'm helping them find recruits, and I'm the dude in the trench. That's exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, true.
I don't need a lot of scraps. Throw me a bone every now and then, we'll be good. But I don't need this is my point. I think Coach Prime doesn't want the daddy ball narrative. And I think he would rather have his quarterback supported, and I think he'd rather run the ball. But I think Pat has a lot of say. And I really am praying to the God of skinny punks, that they can just try. Just please, for the love of God, try. Just try. Just see if it won't work, especially against a team like Arizona. where every physical team that's played them, Kansas State beat them 31-7. BYU just beat the fucking bricks off of them, running the football down their throat and setting up huge play action shots.
Yeah.
Same way Kansas State beat the shit out of them. If Kansas State's beating this team 31-7 in Manhattan, we should go to Arizona and beat the fucking Christ out of this team. The only way you keep it simple and keep it close is go play 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Again, when Shedeur doesn't have to do everything, he can do anything. And by not doing everything, that means running the ball and having some consistency in it and not getting discouraged because you only ran the ball 10 times for 20 yards.
Yeah.
What are you discouraged about? You deserve to be discouraged if you won't change any fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that kind of plays into your question, this question here. Were you disappointed in only seeing 10 personnel? Yeah.
But I can't be mad at it. It cuts both ways.
Yeah.
And but this is also my point on the bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? And I understand this because I played defense forever. When we played Texas Tech under Mike Leach and Cliff Kingsbury and those boys, they were a pain in the ass. But we knew that they were just going to throw the ball the whole time and they couldn't run it. So we could figure out a way to beat them, and we did.
Mm-hmm.
When we played Nebraska, and we knew they couldn't throw the ball, and all they could do was run it with Eric Crouch and all them boys. Well, we figured out a way to fuck them up and stop them from doing that and beat them
Yeah.
at what they did best. But when we played Oklahoma, and they lined up Adrian Peterson and Jason White and Mark Clayton, because that's what we have. We have good backs. We don't have Adrian Peterson, obviously, but I don't know that because we don't run the ball.
Yeah.
I think Augusta could be a fucking guy. He reminds me, like I look at him and I see Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm just saying, dog, like, can you imagine how good of an offense we could be if we had we could still throw the ball for 450 yards a game and run it for 150 because you have the ball for 35 minutes instead of 25 like we did this week. When all you do is throw, you limit the amount of time you have the ball. You have to score all the time. The Texas Tech did this because they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't play defense with everybody else, and they had to try and even the playing field, and they did to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Graham Harrell took them to number 2 with Michael Crabtree. Where did they do? They went to Oklahoma, who was ranked number 1, and Oklahoma beat them fucking by 40 points because they could do both, and Tech can't.
Yeah.
So right now,
Great point.
we've got this Texas Tech mindset of let's just step back and do what we do well. Instead of how about we leverage what we do well and improve what we don't, because I've seen them do it. If they wouldn't have improved and ran the shit out of the ball at UCF going into the bye week and shown me that physical fucking offense that just went out there and beat UCF up in the trench on offense and defense, I wouldn't say shit about this. I would shut the fuck up and I would sit here and eat crow and be like, yeah, this is what it is. It's 7-on-7. But I saw them do it. And I feel like the offensive play calling gave up the other night. And they were just like, fuck it. We've got no chance unless Shedeur throws it every play. And that just ain't true.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not fucking true. So you're not supporting your football team correctly. Your defense that's leaky at times. You're not supporting your head coach. You're not supporting the quarterback. And honestly, if I'm one of the players on the team, I'm looking at this, you know how fucking embarrassing it is. And if I'm a defensive lineman on that team, I'm giving my boys shit today, like, because we're 2 days out of it, so I can start talking shit, even though we lost, and be like, hey, negative 29 yards rushing, dog. Like, I remember playing my senior year, we played Texas at home, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they had Vince and Cedric Benson, and they were Roy Williams, and they were fucking loaded. Derek Johnson and shit, Roderick White. They had the Bullock brothers, not the Bullock brothers, the 2 brothers that played in the NFL in the secondary. They were ballers. The fucking Aaron or the dude that played for the fucking Giants, the corner. They had just NFL guys all over the place, right? Whole lines, NFL guys.
Yep.
And they just beat the shit out of us. They beat us 31-7. We scored on defense. Our offense had like 100 total yards, and they punted like 13 times and had 5 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, after 2 days, I was pretty salty. And then after 2 days, I started giving Clatton Wilder shit. Like, wow, 100 fucking yards. Thanks. Like now, what? A negative 29 yards rushing? You know how embarrassing that is as an offensive line to see that stat? I don't give a fuck if it is sacks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what to say to him, though, if I'm Coach Loadholt. We didn't even give you a chance to redeem yourself. And we made you look even worse because of the play calling, because that's not really indicative of what happened.
Yeah.
They didn't give up negative 29 yards rushing. Shador got sacked for negative 50 yards because he's running backwards and running into sacks and not having any pocket presence because he's seeing ghosts because he has to throw the ball every fucking play. So let's be real about what we're talking about here, dog. All you Buffalo fans, do you want to win a Big 12 title? Or do you want to go 8-4 and be frustrated when we don't win games we're supposed to because we can't fucking figure this out?
Yeah.
If they do have running backs that can run the ball, they have offensive linemen that can block this. I've been saying this since day one, all you simple creatures, okay? It's the scheme, dog. I'm not saying I can do this because that's a big ask. But give me the authority to be the run game coordinator, and in one motherfucking week, I will give me the personnel and the autonomy to do it, and we will be running the ball vertically down people's fucking throats out of multiple different formation sets with multiple goddamn personnel groupings and multiple motion patterns, putting Travis Hunter all over the fucking field, putting Hornet running back, orbit motioning in, fucking the same way we run the ball at Mount Vista down people's fucking throats.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me it can't fucking be done, dog. Don't tell me it can't. I have my fucking master's degree in football, homie. I played on both the offensive and defensive lines in the trench. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, dog, and it can be done, and we're not doing it. And Pat Schumer is a professional offensive coordinator, and it's on him. I want to see him change. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. This isn't just a job before your next job. It's not cool to work with Shador Sanders. It's cool to help him. Mm-hmm. What would show Pat Schumer's ability to get another fucking job at the NFL level or a college job better? Supporting Shador Sanders or being the guy that just managed him while his talent fucking won us 8 games?
That's a good question, man.
Like what? Especially say he wants to get an OC job in the NFL or thinking out of the box because fuck, somebody's got to do it. Dallas sucks. They draft Shador 8th or 9th overall. They get rid of Dak. They need a new offensive coordinator because McCarthy's fucking gone. He should be gone anyway. And all of a sudden, they're like, hey, the guy at fucking Colorado that helped them go 10-2 and win a Big 12 title that fucking built an offense around him and fucking ran the shit out of the ball, and it was multiple, and look at all the different formations and all this shit that he brings to the table, and they're moving the pocket and throwing screens and fucking running draws and all this crazy shit. And they got all these fucking weapons and CeeDee Lamb and fucking bam, 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 bam. You think maybe that would be a good job, asshole? So are you going to do your fucking job, Pat, or are you just going to watch Shador play like the rest of us? We buy tickets. You get paid to coach. Coach.
Yeah. We'll see if Pat Shermer and the scheme adjusts. I'm sure it will. It's going to be a shootout in AZ, though.
If it doesn't, we are setting ourselves up for pain and failure. And I'm not going to be able to sit here and just fucking agree with it over and over and over again. And I'm going to be the bad guy, and everyone's going to fucking hate Matt because he's the fucking bad guy, and I'm going to have to kiss ass and apologize and be like, fuck, man, I'm so sorry that I called out the fucking offensive coordinator that's not supporting everyone correctly. My bad. Fuck.
Yeah. Either way, Matt, you do tell the truth. People are very sensitive, it seems, at times, and I don't get why. This is not personal attacks. This is what needs to change in order to see success. It's very clear.
No, people don't fucking listen. They don't listen. Let me reiterate. Shador's the best player in college football at his position. If he played for Georgia, he would throw for 500 fucking yards a game because they would run the ball for 200 yards a game. Mm-hmm. Okay? If he went to a school that actually built the fucking program around him on offense instead of him just being the offense, okay, he would win the Heisman. He'd be Joe Burrow because you have that kind of receiving core. Okay. LSU's offensive line was good. They weren't awesome. You can build the offensive line is good enough to scheme and win with. I'm tired of all this. It's on the players. Fuck you. It's on the players. It's on the goddamn scheme and the coaches. And if you don't think Shedeur is that guy, you obviously have just been here for the Coach Prime experience. He is that guy, period. So I just want them to be in a position to support great talent. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that goes for Travis and Horn too, and the backs and the offensive line. The entire offense should be pissed off about this. I would hope that they're men enough to walk in and say, please, for the love of God, can we run the fucking ball? You don't just have to bow down to the fucking coach. You're making $5 million goddamn dollars a year, dog. You're driving a fucking Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Pat Schumer showed up in a fucking Nissan.
Yeah.
He's making a what? $400,000? You can't go in there and drop your fucking dick on the table and be like, hey, we need to run the fucking ball more. I'm getting killed out here. I'm trying to go first round and fucking develop and play for 15 years, not just be the best quarterback in CU history, but actually go to the NFL and be the best fucking Cowboy quarterback in history or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
If I was Shedeur Sanders, I'd be mad as a motherfucker. You know,
I
pissed
agree.
off like me? 10 fucking rushing attempts.
10 rushing attempts, 21 yards.
I know I'm a bad motherfucker, Pat, but Jesus Christ, dog. Do I have to do everything? How good do I need to make you look, Pat? Ask Shedeur Sanders, ask the guy that's fucking making this entire fucking offense run. Hey, Pat, how fucking good do I have to make you look? Do I need to write you a letter of recommendation for your next job too, motherfucker? How good do Travis and Jimmy and I and Wester and all these other boys and Miller need to make you look, homie? How long you gonna blame it on the fucking offensive line? How long are you going to blame it on the fucking backs and all these stupid motherfuckers in here that are like, oh, it's the players. Nah, dog, it's Pat. It's Pat. He did this with the Broncos. Remember when he was practicing incompletions? You dumbasses, you don't remember that? Get the fuck out of here. So I'm serious. What, like, dude, you drove to practice in a Rolls Royce. You're Shedeur Sanders. No one gives a fuck who the offensive coordinator is. We can replace him. We can't replace you. You're getting fucking merch because the scheme is not supporting you. You're supporting the scheme. If you continue to support the scheme will not support you. If the scheme supports you, you will fucking win and be the best player at your position. The fucking sky's the limit on how good you can be. Plus, this is not conducive to NFL quarterback play.
No, it's not.
Every game I fucking watched on Sunday, everybody's under center with fucking fullbacks on the field. Patrick Card is a 310-pound fullback. The fucking Chargers just rolled a goddamn defensive lineman out at fullback. The fucking Broncos have 2 fullbacks on the roster. Don't tell me that it's all spread in the NFL. Everybody's under center and trying not to fuck up in order to win games. That's all the NFL is.
I might be mistaken, but I think the Seahawks put Brady Russell at fullback as well.
Brady Russell, great luck, dog. Matt Russell's fucking nephew. Reese Russell's fucking cousin.
I'm just saying, it can be done.
We don't want Reese Russell either. We'll let him go to Nebraska. Fuck! So, I mean, how long does everybody need to hear me say the same goddamn thing? Because I'm going to keep beating this fucking drum because I swear to fucking God, this is the way to fix it. And I can give a fuck about everyone's feelings, dog. Come at me. I know I'll offend you, and I'm a dick, and I'm a piece of shit, and how dare I talk like this, and who is he? Who the fuck? Who the fuck are you? I challenge you to this Pepsi challenge shit. If I'm offending you and I've somehow overstepped, please tell me how you're going to support number 2 better. Let's sit down and talk about this. Let's have a man-to-man, coach-to-coach conversation and get on the board and watch film, and you can tell me that my fucking way won't work. Because we don't have the personnel, right? Nah, dog. No. Nope, you don't get to blame it on the kids, homie. Nope, not happening. Not happening. Nope. Nope. Fuck your feelings. We're trying to win. Fuck your entertainment. Everybody that thought that was cool the other night, it was so entertaining. What a great game. Fuck you. Fuck you. Losing 31-28 to a rival is fucking bullshit. The O-line is not bad. Coach Loadholt is not a bad coach. They're being asked to make fucking miracles happen. I played defensive line in college, okay? When I knew they were fucking passing the ball, it was a fucking tee-off. I played three technique. I had 9 sacks my senior year as a 3 technique inside. So don't tell me I don't know how to rush a passer. In the NFL, when the offensive lineman and the scheme was different, and like they know they're passing, they know you're passing. The old linemen are just as athletic as me. I got moved to guard. But in college, fuck, I know they're throwing the ball. I'm getting home. Do you know how fucking easy it is to rush the passer in college when they know you're fucking throwing every play? You want to know how easy it is? Go watch the game the other night.
Yep. Facts.
So everybody, let's make sure you're fucking entertained and your feelings aren't hurt, you bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
But fuck you, dog. I'm tired of this shit. Yeah. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your entertainment. Everybody that's got a problem with it, my nuts are in my fucking shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
Next question.
Man, I think we're gonna leave it on that. If I think a lot of people, including myself, that doesn't have you hyped and be like, "Hey, shit needs to fucking change." If you're sensitive,
this is the most
and all this shit. I don't.
Hold on. Sorry. From Lisa, do you think Pat Schumer would listen? No. I think that he would get offended. I think that almost everyone there, with the exception of Coach Prime, because Bailey knows this. How many times have you seen the messages between me and Coach? A lot, right? You've seen all of them. A lot. And every time I criticize, he always gets back to me, right? I'm sure I'll hear from him about this. No, I don't think Pat would listen. I think Pat would get offended. I think Pat would question, like, resumes because I'm not a college coach or some shit. I think he would scoff at it and think that his way works. And I think the other guys in the room, and I hate to say this because I have so much respect for Loadholt, but it's his first year there. I don't know how much of a voice he's not the run game coordinator. He's just the offensive line coach. So I think that there's people in the room that know they want to keep their jobs, and that's their livelihood and shit. And Pat's in charge, and that's it. And I don't think he would listen. I don't think he would be responsive. I don't think he would even take the fucking meeting. And you know what? That's not my problem, bro. What the fuck do I know? I'm just some asshole that owns a gym that played there a long ass time ago that was kind of good, maybe. And, you know, the NFL wasn't great, but I did learn a lot, and I had great coaches, and every time I struggled and I was on IR, I was in the film room helping the coaches and trying to fucking learn as much as I could from Bill Callahan and shit. So, and Alan Faneca and, you know, guys like that. So, yeah, I think that there's opportunity if everybody's humble and hungry enough to understand that they don't know everything, including myself. I don't know everything. I'm not talking about coverages and fucking route trees and shit right now. I'm talking about the trench. I'm talking about the foundation of every fucking good team I've ever been on. Even the one that we have now. I have Mount Vista High School. We've got the 5A player of the year, Austin Majewski. He's fucking throwing the ball. He's about to break Colorado passing records in 2 weeks. He needs 4 touchdowns and 800 yards to be the most yards and the most touchdowns in Colorado history. Wow. He's a hell of a player, and we can throw the ball on anybody. But you want to know why we're so fucking good this year? Because I'm not – the offensive line is elite. We got good players on it. But it's because we can fucking pipe the ball on people. And we do it out of multiple formations with tons of motion, and everything's vertical, and we got good backs, and our offensive line's nasty, and they're not just out there pass blocking every play. There's tons of screens and all this different shit off of it. It's extremely dynamic, and you would look at it and say, well, that's a spread offense. All they do is throw. but we're fucking piping the ball on people. And our screen game is an extension of the run game, and it all comes out of different formation variations and personnel packages, which I don't think, as a professional offensive coordinator that's been – just pull up Pat Schumer's resume real quick, if you would, please, Bailey, before we get out of here on this marvelous Monday. This has been so fun as I've had a fucking aneurysm on this show today. And I didn't really want to do this today, but, bro, I can't play the nice game. I'm not entertained, and I didn't have fun Saturday. I would have been entertained and fucking – thank God we won if we would have won 28-24. And I would have been on here today going, what the fuck are we doing? Why won't we run the ball? It'd probably be the same exact show. We just would have won. That's what everybody needs to understand. If we would have won 28-24, this would be the same fucking show it is right now. We just would have won. We'd be 5-1 and ranked. And we'd still be sitting here going negative 29 yards rushing, 10 fucking rushing attempts. I'm sorry, but if you think this is acceptable, you're a fucking NCAA gamer fucking tag on the goddamn comments. You might as well just let's play some games later, bro. Ha Cheeto fingers and Mountain Dew in your fucking face with Chicago backhanding while your mom makes meatloaf, motherfucker. You're the problem.
Oh my goodness.
Pat Schumer's resume since 2000 when I started in college.
Do you want me to read it? I'll just go down the list.
And I just want everybody to understand that I think I have a way to fix this, but he won't listen to me. But he shouldn't have to. You want to know why he shouldn't have to? Tell him, Bailey. Since 2000, what are his jobs?
So in '98, he was the Stanford offensive line coach. Then he went to the Philadelphia Eagles.
He was an O-line coach first?
Well, he's a GA, coached tight ends at Michigan State, offensive line and special teams at Michigan State, then went to Stanford.
O-line? He's got an O-line base.
Coach.
You're telling me his first jobs were O-line coach?
Yeah, O-line, tight ends.
Oh, my. I didn't know that. Now I'm really about to lose it.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. I'll keep going.
You're telling me his base as a professional coach is offensive line first? Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah.
His first 4 jobs were what? Tight ends and offensive line, really?
Yeah, tight end, offensive line, special teams, and offensive line coach. Then he goes to the NFL. Listen to this shit, though.
Oh, what's next?
Okay, so listen to this shit. He goes to the NFL, coaches the Philadelphia Eagles tight ends and offensive line from '99 to 2001.
How can you be that bad developing the offensive line in the run game if you're an offensive line base?
And this is interesting. He goes same team, but he's the quarterbacks coach from 02 to 08.
Yeah, that's what you want me doing, jumping from the O-line to the quarterback room.
Then he went to St. Louis, the Rams, 2009, 2010 as their OC.
Uh-huh.
Then he got hired by Cleveland as head coach 2011, 2012.
How'd that go?
I think it goes without saying. 2013 to 15, he goes to Philly as the OC of the Eagles. And then he was their interim head coach when, God, who would have been their head coach that got fired?
Didn't he get hired by the Giants too?
Yeah, okay. So he goes to Minnesota after he was the interim of the Eagles, I believe, probably after Chip Kelly. That whole
sure. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. So then he goes to Minnesota as the tight ends coach. Then he moves up as the interim offensive coordinator. 2017 is hired as the offensive coordinator, and then after that year, hired by the New York Giants as the head coach.
Head coach. Again, that's twice. Dude, it's twice in the NFL as a head coach.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
You can just stop there. Okay. Now, and then he was in Denver and
was
awful. And we had the same problem where we would literally be sitting here breaking down the Broncos, and I'll eviscerate an NFL team. I don't give a Tiffany fuck about that. I'm trying to be nice here for CU. This is me being nice. I'll eviscerate an NFL team. When he was in Denver, it was fucking atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
It was atrocious. He literally got fucking recorded at a press conference. And Bree, did he not say he was practicing incompletions? No comment. He was practicing incompletions. Okay? And that's a fact. All I'm saying is that resume, since I was in college, my entire playing career, I could have played for him in the NFL. He was coaching in the NFL when I was in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad he wasn't my coach. I'm so glad Bill Callahan was my offensive line coach, bro. Thank you, Bill. I know you were Nebraska's head coach when I was at CU and we had our beef, but I love you, dog. Thank you so much for teaching me all this shit. I'm so glad I got moved to offense and I was able to learn football for real. Dude, he's got all this experience and he's got an O-line base. I saw somebody in the comments like, Matt's eating his words. Why? Because he's got an O-line base? Don't you think if he has an O-line base to his coaching and that's where he started, he would be more subjective to being good at it?
That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
Literally, what the hell? What the fuck you guys talking about?
Bree is a G. You are correct. Now, look, dog, I'm sorry I'm mean and loud, and I'm really sorry I know what I'm talking about, too, because that validates it, and you can't ignore me. Because if I'm wrong, prove it. If you can't run the ball and you can't support Shedeur, he's not going to last, man. Last year he got hurt. Travis is hurt and probably out this week. This is if there's Arizona can't stop a fucking leaky faucet running the ball. BYU just beat the fuck out of them in the trench. Kansas State murdered them up front. If you thought the CU game was bad, they went to Manhattan and got beat 31-7. McMillan went off, and the rest of the team got fucking shit stomped.
Yeah.
I know they went into Utah and won. I don't know if Utah's any good. I think Utah is really good in the trench, and they have no skill players and no quarterback. So maybe Shedeur and Travis should transfer there. No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying, like, dude, if there's a better opportunity to try and diversify the offense and build around something other than Travis because he's not there and Jimmy's probably not there and Omarion's out. So what, we're going to go to Tucson and play fucking 7-on-7 without our best three receivers? Against McMillan, who's the best receiver in football, who had 14 catches on us, regardless if we double team him or not. And we're not going to put Stoudemire in when McMillan's on the field too because Shiloh can't cover him over the top. Shiloh's a run defender. Shiloh's not a coverage safety. I know he has a pick six in his career. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to change. It's the perfect opportunity to put new shit on the field that they haven't seen. And then guess what? They haven't seen any of it. So, like, you can put new stuff in because you got a closed practice up there and you can just tell Bucky to fuck off and not record this part. And all of a sudden, you're walking out in 21 personnel, two backs, one tight end on the field with Shedeur under center and running fucking power down people's face. And Arizona's like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was going to be a 7-on-7 game. Oh, this is a fucking chess game. It's beautiful. We're playing fucking checkers right now. And we're the best drooler in the room when it comes to playing checkers. Like, we're like, oh, we can jump spaces 7-on-7. But when we play a chess game, we get fucked up. And I'm sorry, but good football teams in college football and the NFL play chess, not checkers. Checkers is played when you can't fucking figure out chess. Mm-hmm. And I know it's simple, but fuck, man. At what point are we going to look ourselves in the mirror and understand that we're only as good as we're allowing ourselves to be? And we, in my opinion, we're holding back to. We're putting too much pressure on 12 and 5 and Miller, who's now got a broken ankle. Do you know how fucking hard it is to always have to score?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Sometimes it's okay to just eat clock for 6 minutes and punt. You know how much of an advantage Kansas State has? And they know they can just go out and run the ball for 6 yards a carry and walk back and huddle and run the ball for 6 yards a carry and walk back and huddle. Like, I'm telling you, we were sitting there. I'm going to bring this up one more time, and then I'm going to shut the fuck up and go away, okay? We were sitting there the other night. We went up 28-24, and I looked at my son, and I looked at Bree on the sofa, and I said, I guarantee you Kansas State throws the ball right when they come out here. This is the perfect opportunity to break tendency. Kleinman's that kind of coach. They've been gutting us. We're going to put 8 or 9 guys in the box, and I guarantee you they throw the ball. And what did they do? They ran a fucking swing pass for 35 yards, and the next play they went over the top, cover 1-0 with no over-the-top safety help because we are so infatuated with stopping the run. Now, put Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter on Kansas State's offense. They win the national title. They win the Big 12 going away, and they're in the playoff, and you can't tell me they're not. Fuck you.
I'm not going to argue it. You give Shedeur protection in a run game. That's what
it's not even that. It's the scheme, dog.
Yeah, because it takes pressure off of them.
Yeah, like everybody keeps talking about the O-line isn't any good or we don't have any running backs. How do you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you know? I don't know if Coach Loadholt can coach the offensive line in a run game perspective because they won't let him. So again, like I'm not going to sit here and say it's on Coach Prime. He's the head coach. But you know what? Pat Schumer is a 30-year NFL head coach and offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Bro, if he can't solve these problems, then why does he have this job? Give me a fucking break, dude. If they go to Arizona and win 48-40 and he throws for 500 yards, I'm going to be pumped. It'll be awesome and I'll be entertained and shit. But I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about the same shit. Mm-hmm. So if you're tired of hearing reality, this is the wrong fucking show.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And don't even – I wouldn't even be concerned about people being offended. If you're offended, you ain't listening right. Like, it's whatever.
And hold on. Look at this. He was under center at Jackson State at least 50% of the time. I don't know if that's true because I didn't watch a Jackson State game. But I think I'm going to go back. Ecuador unpleasant. Thank you for that. I'm going to go back and find some fucking Jackson State tape and see how he did under center. Because I think Shedeur is trying to be a good soldier because what's the narrative on him? He's uncoachable and he doesn't want to hear it. And I think Coach Prime hates the daddy ball narrative because what's the narrative on him? It's fucking daddy ball, right? Yeah. So I think they're both trying to play out of that box. They're not trying to play fucking into it. That doesn't help them at the next level. The Sanders are about generational wealth and going to the NFL Hall of Fame. They're not about just fucking playing one year to get drafted and go fucking sell insurance based on your signing bonus, motherfucker. They're trying to actually do this correctly.
Yeah.
This isn't like a jump off for them. Like, I might get drafted and that'd be cool. And I can sit in the NFL for a little bit. If Shedeur Sanders doesn't go to the league and ball out for 14 years and go to the Hall of Fame, that's not what he wants. He's trying to match his dad.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that greatness doesn't run through these guys' veins. It does. It needs to spew onto the coaching staff and everybody's fucking feelings and everybody's agendas and next year's job and all this other bullshit has got to go away. It can't happen. That can't be the most important thing. If you're worried about next year's job, get on the fucking flight to Cancun now. Get the fuck out.
Facts.
Worry about next year's job after you win a bowl game. You'll get a better one. Worry about next year's job after you change the way things are going. And you put 150 yards or 180 yards rushing on people every fucking game for the rest of the year. And all of a sudden, we're diversifying the way Shedeur plays, which in actuality will only increase his fucking value because then everybody at the NFL level will see him play under center and bootleg and sprint out and throw the screen game and be able to hand off under center and change things at the line of scrimmage and identify the Mike linebacker. By the way, chat, just to hear your football 101, what does Mike linebacker mean? Since all of you are geniuses. Just hold on, Bailey, please. Yes, like the stream. Listen to Bree, or I'll fuck you up. In a good way. It's all hypothetical. I don't know any of you. Chill out. What does Mike linebacker mean? Middle. There's 1. Middle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's saying middle linebacker, right? The Mike linebacker does not mean middle linebacker. The Mike linebacker means the most dangerous second-level defender.
That is facts.
The Mike linebacker, you can't get the middle of 11, everyone. What are we, slicing somebody in half? The Mike linebacker does not mean middle. The Mike linebacker means the most dangerous second-level defender in pass protection that is blocked by the uncovered offensive lineman on a pendulum off the squeeze gap. Yep. So if there's 2 receivers to one side and 3 defenders, the nickel's the Mike. Mm-hmm. He ain't the middle of shit, but he's the fucking guy that's not supposed to be there. If we're symmetrical offensive formation with 2x2 and we're in 22 personnel, it's probably the middle linebacker because we're in a base look and there's 3 big linebackers on the field. And they're probably in some way over or under or over front with penetration defensive lineman and a sand stack defensive line or linebacker at the point of attack and a 4 technique on the field to stop cutback and they're playing the run. But in any kind of pass situation, the majority of the fucking time is either the dime that's walked or one of the nickel or dime players that's stacked with a safety over the top, so they can pirate one side and bring the fucking nickel, and that's how we pass protect. The Mike means middle linebacker, my fucking dick. So again, this is what I'm talking about. Pat Schumer probably thinks the Mike means middle fucking linebacker too. Holy no!
Oh, I hope not. I hope not, or else. Oh boy, I hope not, Matt. Dude, who am I? I play center.
But again,
remember,
hey, listen. If you go and subscribe to the Dungeon Family for $2.99, there's tons of fucking videos on there. Well, all I do is talk about this shit.
6-0 Academy film breakdown.
I mean, literally, all I fucking do is break down film. And send me anything you want. I'll break down college tape too. I just can't find it the way I can NFL tape. I'm not breaking down the TV copy from the side. That's for your fucking entertainment. That's not what coaches watch, and it's not how we teach.
Yeah, not as easy.
So again, be entertained. I'm glad everyone was fucking entertained losing 31-28 to a rival that we should have fucking beat. I'm glad everybody thought it was such a great game. It's so entertaining. Fuck your entertainment and your feelings, dog. I want to win. Exactly. That shit sucked. The Bronco game wasn't entertaining. That shit sucked.
Yeah.
Like the Jet game tonight's not going to be entertaining. They're about to get their shit pushed in. That shit's going to suck. Like, fuck, man, I'm not entertained. Have a good fucking game. Let's go throw for a lot of yards and be entertained. The fuck is this? I don't watch video game clips on YouTube. I bet you half this chat goes on and watches like YouTube video game clips. My kids do that shit. I'm like, you're watching someone else play video games? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, the fuck you are? I'm taking your phone away from you if you keep doing this shit. I'd rather than fucking have a subscription to fucking Pornhub than 11 years old than watch other motherfuckers play video games. Do you know how fucking stupid that is? I don't even want to play video games, but I'd rather play and be actually involved than watching some other motherfucker do it. So, yeah, entertainment is not cool.
Well, as JB says, coach it or allow it. I'm glad you're coaching it, Matt. Great show on this Monday.
I don't know how good it was. It's either the best one or the last one, Bailey. Let's be real.
I promise you, great show. Everything was need to be said. If you people in the chat don't like it, whatever.
Nah, it's okay. We love you. Thank you for disagreeing. Okay. And Coach Prime, I love you, dog. You're my dude. I got nothing but love for you. I am trying to help your son.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dog, you don't have to listen to me, but you don't have to help yourselves. Help yourself by walking into Pat's office and shutting the door and telling him to change the way things are going before Shedeur breaks his back again, like he did at Washington State last year when Pat was the offensive coordinator. I'm just saying, like, I think we've seen enough to see the pattern, and the pattern is ugly. But your son is the shining light of this fucking team. And without Travis and without Miller and without Horn, and Arizona just sitting there as 3-point favorites now, because if all those guys were healthy, there's no fucking way they're favored. So all the shine is washed off CU already. People are already doubting them again. They're looking at the rushing total like that's indicative of the team. It's not.
No, it's not.
Please, for the love of God, get your offensive coordinator under control, brother. Please.
Yeah.
Fuck his friendship. Fuck his feelings. And I'm sorry, I know you don't like cursing, but God, darn his feelings, darn his everything, darn his friendship, all that bull junk out the door, brother, please.
Yeah.
Bill Lodeholt knows how to run the ball. You know who he blocks for in the NFL? Adrian fucking Peterson.
Yeah.
That guy knows how to run the ball, dog.
Yeah.
AP went for 2,000 when he was blocking for him. They know Eric Bieniemy was his offensive or his coordinator, running back coach, run game coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Just line up, support number 2, and fucking just it's okay to say, look, this way's working, and we have to work super hard to make it work. But I think we can do things a different way and change up things just a little bit, and it'll alleviate some of the pressure on number 2 because he's feeling it. And don't fucking tell me he's not. If he was on this show, if Bucky's on tomorrow, he hasn't answered yet. I ask hard questions. Okay? Bro, you can't tell me that this man isn't feeling it.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he's not seeing ghosts out there with some of that shit he was doing the other night. He is. He was rolling into sacks. If I'm Jordan Seaton, I'd be looking at him. If I was an offensive lineman and my quarterback rolled into a sack, I would look at him and say, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's Chad Pennington, I block for Brett Favre, fucking Smoke, Kyle Orton, Jay Cutler's drunk ass, all these motherfuckers. I'm looking to be like, are you fucking drunk?
Mm-hmm.
So Seaton's just a nice rookie. He doesn't want to yell at his quarterback. There's ways to
that shit can't work.
Shador doesn't have to do what? What, Bailey? When Shador doesn't have to do
everything,
he can do anything. So that's all I'm going to say. And go Buffs. And I hope that everyone has a good Monday. We're going to have Carl Reed at some point this week. Will be on. Hopefully Vickers can keep an appointment on Friday. We'll see. And we'll see if Bucky's going to be on at some point this week. But we'll probably take one day off. And Friday, I'm not going to be able to do a show because we have to go all the way to the other side of the Rockies in Grand Junction to play a team. And I'm going to be driving all day. So I'm not doing that shit driving through the mountains. No fucking way. So our last show of the week will be on Thursday. Mm-hmm. We'll do a lot of predictions and stuff there for Arizona. The Arizona game is Saturday afternoon. It kicks off about noon, I think, Mountain. Mm-hmm. And look, let's move on to Arizona now that everybody's kind of, everybody was so entertained. I didn't want to take away anything about the game the other night because it was so awesome. What has happened to the Buffalo fans? You were entertained? It's like a fucking, it's because it's not. Every Buffalo fan and everybody I played with was hurt. Like, God damn it, we lost. What the fuck? Every prime sexual is like, it was so entertaining. I'm sorry, but this isn't a movie, dog. Yeah. Just like Jay-Z says, this ain't a movie, dog. It's not a movie. Fuck your entertainment. Let's win a game. Go Buffs.
Well, we'll be back right here tomorrow. Got more to talk about. Dive into this Arizona game, much more. But to all 1,000 people watching, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, become a member of the Dungeon family.
That was 2 hours.
Yeah.
God damn, dog. That's a long time.
Great show, though. Great show. But we'll be back right here tomorrow. We appreciate you guys.
I've been doing cardio this whole fucking time. I'm already sweating, so like Bill Belichick in this bitch, fucking watching tape on a bike and shit, just doing the show on a bike, trying to lose weight. I'm gonna stay thick and angry. Look, dog, I'm gonna sit the rest of the day. I'm gonna try and fucking make a fire with 2 sticks and pure fucking rage. So you guys enjoy yourself. I got to go cool off because I know that Bailey's now going to cut a bunch of verticals and put a bunch of videos up. Matt goes off, blah, 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 and it's going to fucking blow up. And then I'm going to have to write a goddamn apology note and send flowers to somebody and be like, I'm so sorry that I said that you don't know how to fucking coach the offensive line and run the ball right. And it's not Lode Holt's fault. Pat Schumer, allow people to do their jobs. Or, hey, here's one. Do your fucking job. Coordinate the offense. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
You are the offensive coordinator, Pat. I just want to make sure he knows. You're the offensive coordinator, Pat. You can't, if you're watching Shador play rather than looking at the call sheet to see what he's going to do next because you know it's going to work, you are the wrong guy for this job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just going to be real. I don't see Robert Livingston sitting over there watching the defense play. I see him trying to fucking throw different shit against the wall to see if it's going to stick. And it works a lot of the time. Defense is way better than it has been. Obviously, the last drive the other night says different, but they actually played their ass off. I was very proud of their effort. I was. Kansas State's no punk. But Pat, again, Lisa, high five. You're the offensive coordinator. Coordination. Look that up in the fucking in the encyclopedia.
The process of organizing people or groups so that they work together properly.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go coordinate, dog. Please. I gotta go. I'm just talking in circles.
It's all good. Hey, great show. We'll be right back here tomorrow. Be sure to tune in to all of our clips and all the stuff we put out tonight. It's gonna be good.
Now, hold on. This guy wants to go for another hour. What do you want to talk about, dog? What do you want to talk about, homie? We got more topics. Give me something else. No, I'm fucking with you. I want to get off.
Okay. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Great show on this fine Monday.
Look at this one. Come on. Fuck you, computer.
Which one are you clicking?
This one. That's not like saying hi. That's saying, shut the fuck up. That's what that Matt means.
Well, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Have a good day. I'm going to get some more sunblock for my face.
Perfect. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.